Hello, interwebs. My name is Trinity, and today, as you can probably tell by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about mental health, specifically sadness. As most of you know, I suffer from very severe depression, really nasty stuff. But it was the type of depression that numbed you, um, where you didn't feel sad, you didn't, feel uh, despair per se. What you felt was this black hole of nothing, kind of sitting in the middle of you, just aching, and there was nothing you could do to fill it up. Now, I have been working very, very hard for a very long period of time on my mental health and with my doctors and psychiatrist. And recently, um, which this is very good news, I got them to switch me to a new classification of antidepressant, something a little bit stronger. And for the first time since maybe I was a teenager, I'm getting some relief from my depression symptoms, which is great. It's absolutely amazing, especially in the middle of a pandemic. However, there's a side effect to that that I had not really considered. It just probably it's something that wouldn't occur to anybody. But having that black hole kind of filled in and lifted has allowed me to, in some ways, become more emotionally sensitive than I was before. I'm certainly more functional. I'm able to get up out of bed, get dressed, take a shower, put on makeup, get my clothes on, motivate around, that kind of stuff, which I am embarrassed to say my depression had been at a point where that was very difficult, if not sometimes impossible for me. Um, but now I'm finding that things are affecting me very deeply. And I think that, like a lot of other people, specifically with sadness, I'm very, very sad these days. And I think that there's good reason to feel that sadness. We've lost so many people. We've had a very, very traumatic year for both the world and then especially for us here in the United States, just with absolutely everything that's gone on. And I think that, like a lot of other people, I've kind of been programmed to have the idea that if you're sad, you've got to do something about it. You've got to get rid of it somehow. You've got to cheer yourself up. You've got to, find a way to push the sad away. And as somebody who's been dealing with depression, initially I kind of wasn't really sure, was this a new depression symptom showing up? Was this something I needed to worry about? And eventually I kind of processed down to the point where I recognized that need to take those negative emotions and try and get rid of them, it's really bad for our mental health. It's really bad for all of us. And I think that it's important that we give ourselves permission and give each other permission to be sad. Um, Sad things have happened. We have lost over 300,000 people in less than a year to a single cause. Um, we have got all this information coming at us from all different directions that's very confusing and very distressing. Many of us know people who have gotten sick, who have died, or who are suffering from long-term physical damage. There is, of course, going to be fear on a certain level. Even the people that maybe especially the people that don't believe that the pandemic is a real problem, um, are feeling a kind of a deep fear sort of sitting in the pit of their stomach. And again, I've seen this instinct to try and push that away, right? Just like the sadness, the fear. No, I'm not afraid. I'm brave and all of this stuff. And I think that is very, very unhealthy for us. I think that we've been taught that allowing ourselves to feel these things and kind of just let them sit with us for a while is this sort of kind of like wallowing in self-pity or that you're somehow doing something wrong. And I think that has led to a lot of anxiety and a lot of further symptoms of mental health problems and depression in a lot of people. For me, because I was not dealing with my able to deal with my emotions in a more normal way for such a long period of time, I'm kind of playing catch up all of a sudden right now. I'm having to kind of figure out, okay, a new normal. What is my new normal? And I've discovered that for me, for now, um, some of that new normal includes sadness. I am not the type of person that is able to look at images of people in, intubated in row after row after row in a hospital and not be affected very, very deeply by that. I'm not the type of person that can hear about, an entire family getting wiped out in a matter of, a couple of months period of time and not be deeply affected by that. I'm not able to look at these, huge lines of people standing in food lines trying because they don't have enough money to feed their families, let alone, do anything for the holiday season and not be affected by that. And I think it's important that I give myself the permission that I need to be sad. And I think it's important for everybody else to do the same thing. And please don't mistake me. I'm not saying that we should all be sitting around 24/7 crying our eyes out. That's not healthy. I'm just saying that it's an okay thing to have with you for a while. It's all right to acknowledge. It's okay to take 5 minutes out of your day to feel it and express it either to another person or in private. You don't have to make it go away. Um, that's what grief is about. And we are all collectively feeling uh, a tremendous amount of grief. And sadness is part of that. So that's really all I've got to say today. This was just a quick video where I wanted to touch base with you guys, and I also just kind of wanted to get some of my thoughts out and see what I think about them when I hear them come back out of my mouth when I'm editing this. Um, and that's about it. Remember to take good care of yourselves. Remember to take good care of the people around you. And like, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.